And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Aquarius for 2025. And for the vast majority of you, you're going to really enjoy this. You have to be one of the best signs to be over the coming year. It's not going to be a complicated year. It might be a bit intense, but it's going to be full of opportunities. And there's not really any big problems, except for the fact you've got Pluto in your sign. And if you're sensible, you'll be welcoming him. So let's look at the fine-tuning first of all. Let's start with the once every year new moon. The new moon will be on the 29th of January at 9 degrees Aquarius. The same day as Mercury in the sky is conjuncting Pluto. But it should be fine. This is a nice new moon. It's got a level of depth about it. There's an element of forensic inquiry. There's some really good BS filters going on at that time. But it's not a problem. I quite like that new moon. And then there's the Aquarius full moon. Now that's going to be happening on the 9th of August. Now that's a bit more of a different story. That's going to be a relatively short, sharp, challenging time. On the 9th of August, we also have Mars in the sky opposite both Saturn and Neptune. So that period of the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th of August is a snapshot of a time where there's going to be a lot of irritation, impatience, volatility, and possibly anger out there in the world. And it's the full moon in your sign. So it'll be very easy for a lot of you to say or do something you later regret. So don't. Count to 10. 6th to the 10th of August. Forewarned is forearmed. Mercury is going to spend a very brief period of time with you. Mercury is travelling at its fastest over the whole year as it journeys through Aquarius over the period of the 29th of January to the 14th of February, 2.5 weeks from one side of a sign to the other. It's not really going to touch the sides. Venus spends 3 days in Aquarius this year. At the very start of the year, Venus begins 2025 in your sign, but on the 3rd of January it leaves. So I don't really see Venus as having any seriously significant input into your sign in 2025. Also, Mars is not going to be in Aquarius in 2025. So the new moon's quiet. Mercury's going to be briefly with you. Venus is just not hardly going to touch you at all. And Mars isn't touching you at all. So the day-by-day life is going to generally just pass you by. But it's the big picture. And here, it's almost all positive. Now, Pluto has moved into your sign. And Pluto is going to be pretty much interactive on top of the lives of those of you born from the 19th to the 21st, maybe the 22nd of January. Now, you have no choice here. Pluto's in town. You either open the door and welcome him in without conditions, or he will trash you. You can't negotiate with Pluto. You can't work with him. You can't compromise because Pluto deals with the unconscious and the subconscious and the psychological. So Pluto's going to be saying, okay, I'm coming in. I'm going to do what I want. Get out of my way. But he's got your best interests at heart. And if you let him into the caves at the bottom of your soul, he'll give you a thorough purge, detox, cleanse and purify you, making you psychologically invulnerable. It's only if you resist him that the dark side of Pluto comes out. And then you have to deal with your own capacity for obsessive, compulsive, intense or extreme behavior. But this is unlikely to happen. Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is going to spend much of the year in the start of Gemini, and that's going to be trining the side of you, those of you born on those same dates. The 19th, 20th, maybe 21st of January. Now, Uranus will continue squaring the sun of those of you born at the very end of Aquarius. So those of you born around 17, 18, 19th of March, of February, I'm sorry, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th of February, you may find that, yes, there's a fair bit of drama going on. But Uranus is kind of comfortable with Aquarius, so even here I'm not seeing what I call major problems. Saturn and Neptune will be moving into early Aries, again stimulating those of you born at the very start of Aquarius. It sounds like I'm really focusing a lot of positive energy into the lives of those of you born around the 19th, 20th, 21st, maybe 22nd of January. But you are the ones who are getting blessed. But because this is happening at the start of Aquarius, it's going to resonate into all of your lives. Even Jupiter is smiling on you. Jupiter's going to be working very well with those of you born from the 2nd to the 19th of February in the first 5 months of the year. There is a lot of growth and expansion coming your way. It is only really those of you born around the 17th, 18th, 19th who've got anything to be concerned about. And even here, as long as you're as long as you're not too rigid, too intransigent, too unflexible, you should find that things work out well for you. It's very rare I say this for a whole sign. But Aquarius, this is a month of opportunity. This is a time for you to reinvent yourself, to relaunch, to begin again. This is a chance to move into the 21st century properly without any holdbacks, restrictions or limitations from the past. I'm not going to burst into song and dance, but this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius. And you are leading the charge into a bright new future. So celebrate this year, make the most of it, get out there, reinvent yourself, because opportunities like this come once in a lifetime. As far as 2025 goes, Aquarius, have an innovative and forward-looking year.